Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are preparing for these winter months in the Northern Hemisphere, I have a deck for you. This is Fire and Ice. Many thanks to the request to do Blizzard, which spurred me onto this. Honestly, I've thought of Blizzard in two ways. It's basically a cheap tool to annihilate a starter unit, like a kind of like Predatory Dive. So it is a little bit more expensive than Predatory Dive, but it also gives you some upside flexibility to eliminate all of the lowest units, and we can ping those down using Redanian Archers. I will say another card that you might want to include in here, if I can spell correctly, Vincent Mies. Since he can set a unit to 1, you could then set up multiple units at level 1 for Redanian Archer. But I've found in my gameplay that a 1-point unit is just really not all that helpful unless we could kind of like do Sabrina at the same time, but you can't really do that because it has to be played on initiative. So there you go. And then we've got Igni in here, Visigodo, Black Blood, Donimir. I had a previous version of this that I just couldn't quite bring myself to play, that had that had Ciri Nova and all 9s with I think instead of Adalia we were using Kira Metz and then obviously the Ciri, and then upgraded a few of the 4s. So you know, you got some options there. It's up to you. You decide. But I like this one a little bit more. I love using Adalia onto an Archer or Adalia onto a Aretuza Adept. Both of those things find really good value for me. We'll get into some gameplay, show you how this works. Ursine Ritual works really well with this, depending on which one it is. The Warriors one is a little bit more difficult to deal with, but you can use Hubert Wreck for bleed damage. Obviously, he gets his he gives a bleed for 2 turns, so he always gets his 7 provision costs, so that's why he's in here. Then we've got Dun Banner with Temerian Drummer, some good value. I'm gonna look for a replacement for Visigard right now. And Neniki. Alright, Lyrian Arbalist works. I don't really love any of these options though. Let's put Hubert back. Alright, we're gonna start with Spellweaver. We'll give him a boost. I need 1 unit with charge in order to get the most effective play. So Lyrian Arbalists also work well first. We're in a state of the game where you just don't really have to think before you play, unfortunately. So Arbalists are going to get multiple charges based on the number of units you drop down that have orders. You know, I don't mind the Curse of Corruption trade though. I would have saved that for later if I was them, but everybody gets to make choices.
Don't you pester me.
So from looks of this looks like a Olympi flip deck.
Aye, aye, sir.
And I don't really mind here going up and over. Aretuza Adept has some better flexibility for us later on, but this is fine. I'd rather close out this round. So carrying along 3rd round is a little bit better for me. Alright, so I really like Redanian Archer here. Hubert's fine. I'm not desperately in love with him. But I like him better than Ballista. Oh my gosh. Alright, we get Priscilla, we get Visigodo, we get Donimir. That's kind of everything we would want. Normally I'd kind of just throw something away, but I really like everything we have here. I don't love the Curse of Corruption play also because you are going to want some value in round 3. This is a strange play too. Yeah, here they just need to develop Graveyard, which is awkward.
Need to get slack.
Just awkward. Okay, we're gonna try for Blizzard here. Dandelion as well.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Heat Wave is probably the thing I'm most worried about. Ildico's not terrible. She's also not all that helpful. Hubert is a little duplicative with archers, and we get a double of them anyway, so we'll put them back. Alright, this is a little better. Alright, perfect.
My crumbled ground steps livelier than yous.
So here we just need archers up and going, getting us charges as quickly as possible, because we're going to need to be able to set up the value against the opponent. So we're going to get 3 archers here. Donomir's going to go down next. Obviously they were able to flip the deck, so that's why we didn't go for Donomir right off the bat. Oh, Blue Boy's annoying here. This is kind of like the best of all the worlds. All right. Yeah, I am not unhappy. Okay, so this archer is gonna die if we use Blizzard, which is a little unfortunate. So we need to get down Donomir, and we need to get out Visigodo. And then we're just gonna ping down these units to 3. And the opponent using their Curse of Corruption prematurely, so they need to trade Oniro there onto Ceres for full value. Like I said, the Curse of Corruption just did not make sense, especially since you could have killed it the next round, right? Like you don't need to use it right off the bat. But if you did think that that was a good play, note that Blizzard is 1 provision cheaper and would have had the same effect. All you want to do is kill your opponent's first played card. There are cheaper ways to do it. Once again, going into another Ursine Ritual.
Oh ho, I sense trouble.
Alright, well. What are we going to do? The other fun thing about this deck is people think you're playing Revenants, when you're clearly not doing that. Okay, Drummer works fine for us. Done Banner. I like this combo. Set up a little bit better than we did before. Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, this is the Drakkar play, which is actually a really fun way to play it. I love this combo. Like, they really did such great artwork this season. Sorry for the being distracted there for a second, but seriously, just glorious artwork. All right, we're gonna go for Arbalist.
I'm aboard, sir.
The artwork on this card is really one of the better from the early game. This is fine.
Accept our sacrifice.
We're just playing low value plays here just because we can. I'd like to get down to Drummer. Obviously that's not what you normally want. Visigodo plays best when you have charges, but this is really not the worst situation to be in to play him with if I feel like I'm being competitive. which, to be honest, I don't.
Left, right, left, right.
Yeah, and it just gets boosted. What we could do here, this is actually a really cheap and easy way to go about this. Let's go ahead and do this. So this priest is going to get boosted over the Drakkar, unless he plays another unit first. So the opponent here opting to use the charges to eliminate the boat over the priest, and then going for Draco Turtle for reasons no human can explain. I'm exceptionally happy with this overcommit. So, yeah. I mean, nobody made you play Draco Turtle. Just typically like the big point play in the deck, right? I mean, sometimes the priest himself, but. Alright, let's see if we can get something that can boost. Alright, Neneki works great here. Just kind of want to get down the done banners.
Aye, aye, sir.
Neneki obviously would probably be better next turn. But we're pretty full up on cards here. And we do have Visigodo. Use at your own risk. So now the biggest thing we need is a bronze target for Adalia. Priscilla and Dandelion to round this fully out, but we'll take Igni as well. Alright, that's one. That's two. Oh, Sabrina also works really well here. How much of a gambler do we feel like today? I mean, pretty gambly. Alright, I like Ballista a little bit better. Just has to be a bronze unit for her. So I don't really love Hubert here, so I'm going to put him back, and I'm very happy with that trade. So one downside, the mobilization's bricking here for us. And that's what I had forgotten about.
Destiny is unswerving. Cheated. It will not be.
So it's always better if you can just use the mobilization onto archers, obviously. They get the charges every turn automatically. They're my preferred unit, but can't always get what you want.
Don't see a gap in their armor.
Alright.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose. Dare not mock mine.
We're just getting him down. That way we can get Visigodo out. Artist is really nice here.
Ain't no country for the weak.
I really like the artist play.
Critical thinking. The sign.
So unfortunately we get damage all the way down there. Yeah, and we don't have Dandelion, so right now Blizzard's gonna wreck him.
One who is blind can yet see. Well, how about Dame of Gwent?
Yeah, I wish there was some way for us to boost Visigodo here. There's not. But these are coming down. You just want to track these. As soon as they go to 35, you can go ahead and drop your damage. Here we're going to go for Ildiko. So Ildiko provides us the boost on the Visigodo that we need.
Naught can stand in our way.
I will give one to Dahlia here just so we can load up Visigodo as well. So Ildiko does give us that 5-point boost.
The goddess protect you from all evil.
Getting closer to that 35-point mark. Right now, Sabrina looks really good for this melee row as well. We're going to let him play out some more crows, though. And the Maradrome is going to come out pretty soon here as well. So we'll go boost onto Visigodo, and now just start boosting up all of our units to make sure they're out of range. I'm actually here just going to go ahead and go for... let's go for Reinforced Ballista again. And it gets Zeal because of Ildiko. Crow Mother's great here for us. So right now I'm going to be using, obviously, you know, we could get a better setup for Blizzard on our own, so that's what we're going to be doing. But you could use it here. It would kill this Ballista, but we would knock out a whole bunch of their points. Just note that that's something you can do. We don't need to here. We're just going to keep loading up. Actually, let's load up Visigodo because we're going to need him.
I am ready.
She gets damaged automatically by Artis, so we need to thank our opponent for his sacrifices for the cause. And then here we're just going to be boosting up everything. You know, Artis is 5, so if we can get everything to 6 on our side,
Not too shabby. Not shabby
which we
at all.
can't quite do yet, but if we can do that, then we can get around the defender and kill the Artis. I was trying to get around it in time for the Vildkarl play. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. Alright, so we're going to go for Visigodo here. Not my preferred play since we're going to have to use a lot of boosts and charges onto him. But here we're able to get around their defender. Now we could have brought them down to 5 and then killed them at the same time as Artis. I don't want to give away my play too prematurely. Now, Igni onto our row. Somebody might be like, oh no, Igni. Okay, this is actually quite good for them. So now the one thing we just have to track a little bit here is this Draco. And I can get out 4, 5 damage this round. And 1 boost. And that damage is just going to boost him up anyway. I can't boost up this champion enough. So here we're just going to go for the Igni play. Oh, this is tough.
Not your lucky day.
We're going to kill off our Igni here. We may just discard the Blizzard. Hey, Slav Squirrel, welcome. Yeah, I'm recording this this deck after we talked about it. This seemed like the best one. All right, so this works out well for us. And then at this point, we'll just go for the boost. So big misplays for me here was not having that. I probably should have just kept that Lyrian Arbalist. We had several unit cards as well, so it would have gotten automatic value. Then we're just going to leave this artist alone and just kind of ping away at some other stuff. Too bad we didn't have that Igni for right now. That would have lined up beautifully. And also, Dandelion would have been crazy points this game as well. So this goes on to the Adalia. Oh, great play from the opponent. Missing this mobilization onto an archer was the easy and very clear loss of this game. Yeah, but by the time we would have brought him down to Slav Squirrel commenting, we should have brought them down to 4. It wouldn't have mattered because the crows were placed, and it was our last play anyway. And he had, I think you joined after the defender was already in play. Yeah, I missed leader. That was the biggest error of my game. And for those of you not familiar with it, it has to be a soldier. That's why we got into problems. It has to be a bronze soldier. So we couldn't obviously copy Visigard. Otherwise we would have. Gladly copied Visigard. We'll jump into one more game. First game we obliterated the opponent pretty hard. Alright, Hidden Cache is a little bit more fun to play against.
Ardently so.
Alright, now we get both Lyrian Arbalists. And I kind of like this matchup against Hidden Cache as well, because they don't run as much of a removal package. So these are great, and then we can play Aretuza, Adept. I don't really need 2 of them. But I don't not need 2 of them. I'm going to put Neniki back, though, and Wreck. Just looking here for Donamir, as we'll certainly need him for protection. If you wanted, you know, a quick change you could make to this deck, though, instead of mobilization, you could do Pincer Maneuver. It'd get you some draw consistency, plus some pre-boost. You know, that would have been helpful last game. Obviously, a much better leader choice than mobilization. But we do get the Archer. So my favorite play is to go with Dahlia onto Archer and then copy the Archer. That way you get 2 units with a bunch of value. So here, this is one of those times where like Blizzard would be really good. You know, he has a passive coin generator, so Blizzard would be really nice here. We're just going to play Lyrian Arbalist. Not in a rush. If he gets a bunch of coins, you know, he gets a bunch of coins. Obviously, we don't want to just let that happen, but it's Hidden Cache, and then Hidden Cache coins are less critical than they are in other decks. I think the Roderick inclusion in a Hidden Cache deck is a little bit weird, but we'll see. I'm always ready to be surprised. Show me something I haven't seen before that works really well. Arbalists have good faction synergy as well that I like. Oh, you can also use a Dahlia onto Aretuza at depths. That works really, really well. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me, but it is a weird play.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
Yeah, like I don't love the Arbalists. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I'm happy to trade these for a Philippa. That's a big commit. So right now, if you're just counting this out, the opponent is 17 provisions into the round after 2 cards, and we are 10. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I think they're like worried about something. Freak show coming out here like really prematurely. No, nobody made you do that. Man, we're just kind of throwing stuff away at this point, if we're being honest. I just need him to go down to 6 cards. That way we have a card advantage for the next round. Here we'll be looking for a Dahlia, probably Clavesig.
Careful. I heard the Ethereal read minds.
Superbly strange. Yeah, I mean, so Vivaldi's 9 provisions. She's 10. Freak Show's 8. Roderick's 7. I mean, the only sub 5 he played was Urchins. So, I mean, hopefully this works out well for us, but I would not recommend you play how this person is playing. I might get terrible draws. And you might think, oh yeah, well that worked out well, but it just isn't a good idea. So Spellweavers and Adepts work really well together. I like Neneki here as a tech with Blackblood. Put Drummer back. Alright, Passy coming out tells me I need to deal with this round intelligently. Whatever that may mean. Double Archer is probably a really good way of going about starting that.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
We don't have Blizzard here, so I'm not trying to get them down to any specific value. They're not going to be able to remove the right one immediately, and Philippa's gone, so I'm not really worried about Philippa stealing him. So that's why we're just going to leave the charges. And hope that they do something stupid like they just did. This is just going to feed Igni, so. The question is... what else are we going to do this round? Let's go ahead and get down Ertu's Adept here.
Oh, Lady Margarita told us of this.
Hey, welcome Chairman Wu. Yeah, I'm filming a video for Northern Realms for next week. This deck also includes Blizzard, but Igni as well. I wanted to make something named Fire and Ice, so. Got an awesome win game 1. Last game was really close. We missed like 2 or 3 draws that probably would have gotten us the game. Alright, so let's time this out. Saul goes up by 3 to 7. They go to 6. So we've got to ping him down just a little bit, right? I think I'm actually going to spend Dandelion. Well... he's not really doing anything to remove my stuff, right? I mean, Wreck, I guess, serves a purpose here.
The city is ravaged by mobs.
Okay, so he's going to go up. He's going to go up by 1 now. I guess he'll go up by 3 minus... okay. There we go. Yeah, this is working a little bit better for Blizzard. Because I can boost up my own units to get away from certain things. I mean, that's fine.
Last words.
I'm not gonna stop you from being stupid. I mean, you had to recognize that I'm gonna do something. Like, I'm tweaking all your units to the same level, you know what I mean? Not gonna kill Redanian, because that's worthless. But this way we get to kill his Peach as soon as it comes out. But he had to trade a heat wave against
both truly remarkable and bloody annoying.
an archer. So I'm probably gonna go for like Neneki here. 23, because Geralt counts for 2 points as well. Plus it was also it was engine prevention as well. He was getting 6 points per turn. Oh, 5 points per turn. 3 plus 1 plus 1. So if you think in like terms of like turnover turn value, I just decimated him. He doesn't want to activate the next part, and he doesn't have a spender.
Thanks so damn much. Anyone teach him to share?
Now we can spend Neneki with it onto whatever the highest unit is. Oh, this like really cramps his urchins. Yeah, and we go card up. Heat wave's gone. I mean, Kalkstein's probably the biggest worry I have. Okay, let's try not to brick into everything here. I need Priscilla, right? Chimney Christmas. Yuck! I mean, at least I guess, like, if I had to choose, that's probably what I would choose to do. Question is, what do I do first? I kind of think this. We get an extra card, so I'd definitely run a Kalkstein if I was running cash with Passy. I mean, the Passy's the big tip-off for me. This guy didn't run Payday, right? I'm like mixing up my decks. Poison's fine. Let's go. Let's just go for Donimir.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose. Dare not mock mine.
The nice thing about the Kalkstein play onto Donimir is that Donimir's points too, right? Like Donimir's just 7. Plus he's an extra body for the poison. Okay. I mean, he might be running double poisons here, which would be fine.
How's you doing business with you?
At this point, it's kind of just like too little too late, right?
Sign of a healthy mind.
And Dandelion, then Neneki. I mean, if Viz gets poisoned, that's gonna suck, but it's not the end of our game. Just go Dandy.
With pleasure.
Just save the last one. Neneki does give us some flexibility where I'm like I have like less anxiety about this play, right? I'm guessing that's the rest of his poison.
Yes, you! Have you made your offering?
A gold chain. Will it suffice to end the old fool?
Oh, he's spending for M key. Okay, that's fine.
Easy to forget about the iris.
We'll go Dunbanner just so we have an extra one to play. I think Visiger will be final play.
Remove his cowl.
Gives me some anxiety, but what doesn't these days?
Alert to arms!
Stuff it here. Yeah, Ildiko gives Zeal if she's inspired.
Sword of the Order! Flaming Rose!
I mean, we'll see what he plays. The Visigoth play onto the Imki is tempting here. Oh, even better on the Jacques. I'm guessing Jacques is spent.
The age of the Woven Storm is
So,
nigh.
if he doesn't, let's see how much he spends on it. That should be perfect. Yeah, see.
By denying penance.
Yeah, he's out of range now, so I'm just gonna save it for Visigoth.
Thank not me, thank me little.
And she already has it, but fine. In worst case scenario, Ildiko gets damaged or removed, and Visigoth just plays for points. But he's gonna get all the. He's gonna get all the value. I mean, he gets 9 coins right here for Jacques. I'd probably spend all but 2 if it was me. Well, I guess his hearse gets triggered anyway.
Flaming Rose!
He'll dump him like everywhere he can. But here's the insanity.
Yes, you!
Here's the insanity. You play your Visigoth, boys and girls. Visigoth just plays for so much points. This was a deck that made me think. I think the Passiflora was a bit premature, and you certainly wanted to play around Igni and Jurgen. You don't know when those are going to come down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This deck was a ton of fun. Like I said, making me anxious there at the end, but we got some really fun plays in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Does this satisfy your curiosity for Blizzard? Do you want to see more? Do you have another card you want to see? Let me know. Until next time, though, good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on Gwenting.